Hello everyone, welcome to the next 7 days for all the zodiac signs. I hope that these readings find you well. I do apologise if my throat is a bit creaky. I'm just getting over the flu, so I've been really unwell the last 5 days, but I'm feeling much better now. So these readings are timeless, my friends. They will find you when they need to, and basically whenever you stumble across it, it's your next 7 days. Please remember to watch for your sun, moon and rising sign just to get the bigger picture. Let's get started. Okay, Sagittarius, so we have your overall energy, a short trip away, deep relaxation, not your overall energy, the overall energy, sorry. We have how this is playing out, or where in your life this is playing out, what aspect of yourself this is playing out in, and we have true offering, and then we have the tarot, we have judgment, Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups. So the overall energy, a short trip away, deep relaxation. And the affirmation is, I gift myself time and space for healing and renewal. And it's interesting how that ties in with a true offering. Like you're offering yourself time. I gift myself time and space for healing and renewal. And I feel like you've really been moving. Like I feel like you've moved physically, either a long way away from where you were, or you've moved away from the old. And what I mean by that is you've moved away from things that no longer serve you, from things that once were what you really wanted in your life, but that didn't fit you anymore. And I'm really getting a gypsy sense here. So for some of you, I probably feel that you're a little bit untethered, which means you're not tethered to anything. You're not locked into anything. There's almost this opportunity for a fresh start. And that's really beautiful place to find yourself in, but at the same time it can be a little bit unnerving, because it does signify that there's a lot of new. And you know, the card says I gift myself time and space for healing and renewal. So there is a sense here of there are some aspects of your life or of yourself that need to be healed, that need to I'm kind of getting this feeling that part of you needs to understand maybe what went down or what needed to leave, and part of you just need to embrace the new, or maybe there's a sense of you need to do one and then the other. But there is a sense of lots of new things here for you, Sagittarius, a lot of new things, and different things. And I think gift yourself time. There is no rush here. There is no need to hurry. I'm really sensing that with the Knight of Swords here. There's almost like this excuse me everyone, sorry, I've been unwell. I'm feeling so much better now, but I still cough, or I can still get a little bit like congested. There is a sense here of this time. Give yourself time to process everything. So if you physically have moved, give yourself time to adjust. If suddenly your likes and dislikes have changed, give yourself time to figure out what you do like now. Or how does that impact your life? I feel that Spirit here is saying like a short trip away, deep relaxation. I mean, some of you might be taking a little holiday, and please, if you can, do. But I also feel the card is mostly saying taking a trip away from how things used to be. Taking a trip away from how maybe even you expected things to be. There's this sense of growth and moving on from something. And the more you can breathe into this process, the more you can relax into this process, I feel like the easier it will be, the more it will flow from what was to what now is. Now, this is playing out with true offering. So the card says, I don't know if you can see that well, may I release the fears, illusions and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love. Use me for the highest. I am yours alone. And I feel this true offering. I mean, it does talk of being an offering to spirit, you know, being of service, being, you know, we often say, you know, what can the world do for us? What can we do for the world? So it's kind of like spinning it like that. But I also feel that spirit here is asking you, Sagittarius, to kind of say to yourself, okay, what do I need to gift myself now? What do I need to give to myself? What do I need to let go of? Because I feel there are fears, illusions. I feel, Sagittarius, your illusions are most likely based on expectations, how you see something to be, how you expect it to be, and the reality of that could be quite different. And addictions here, yes, you may have addictions that you're dealing with, but I feel also the addictions here is probably, what have you gotten used to? You know, it's basically what an addiction is. It's getting used to something and then no longer being able to live without it. And there's this sense here that Spirit's sort of saying, you know, what old habits are keeping me from gifting myself time and space to heal, time to renew. Because there's going to be a real moving forward here. But I feel that Spirit is saying to you, Sagittarius, you can't move forward with the baggage of the past. It won't allow you. And I think that's what justice is here for. Justice is saying you've got to rise up and get out of your coffins. You can't live your life in the coffin. And that's basically an analogy for letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of the past. The coffin is the past. It's dead and done. You can't go back to the past and change things. And there's this sense, a great sense of trusting everything that went down was for your highest good and the good of those around you, the good of who that touched, if there were other people involved, situations involved. So there's an understanding that's going to come to you, Sagittarius, that makes you realize, yes, I had an input in that, of course. But also that, you know, you're being guided. This is like your guardian angel. And it's like you're being guided forward. You've been, you know, we don't always offer the best aspects of ourselves all the time. We're human. But in that, those times where sometimes we do regret things, or we hold on to things and think, I wish that had gone down so differently. There's a sense that you've got to just trust that it went down the way it was meant to go down. And I think that when we understand that on a real fundamental level, I think that's when we can move on. I think that's when we grow and move past aspects that we think we did wrong. And sometimes we do wrong, you know, but you've got to know that in that time and space that you were in, that's where you were. Okay, would you do things differently now? Yes, probably, but you're not the same person as what you were. So you can't look at your past with these fresh, wiser eyes. That's not fair. Because this Knight of Swords is this sense of the desire to run almost backwards, I'm feeling. The desire to run back to what was instead of towards a more joyful future, much more. The Three of Cups here, much more joyful future. New partnerships, new friends. Or it can even be just solidifying and, making deeper connections with those around you. But there's this sense that there's an aspect of you that almost wants to run back to what was. And I feel that that's a comfort level, my friends. I feel that's a level of, I knew what I was, I knew what I wanted. And now in this aspect of letting things go and trusting in the next stage, things don't quite fit. Things feel a bit awkward. You need to allow yourself to grow into those. You need to allow yourself to become acquainted with those. And that's getting acquainted with aspects of yourself that have changed and evolved, aspects of your life that have, the people around you, maybe even your home. But there is a time of adjustment that is required, Sagittarius, because there's joy. There is so much joy on this journey. And that's where Spirit's guiding you to a place and people, situations that are more joy-filled and more fulfilling. The cups of fulfillment, much more fulfilling for you, much more aligned with who you are, who you've become and who you are still yet to become. And then things will change again. But don't allow your fears, the illusions to grab hold of you, your old habits. Trust that there's a way forward and you're moving forward that way. And it's blessed. It's a blessed way forward. So just trust in that, my friends. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Sagittarius. Love, light and blessings, my friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.